guys, what's going on? It is David here. We're back with another video. Now, in this video, guys, we shall be discussing Monday Night Football. Now, after a couple of games that have been happening, or happened yesterday on Sunday, and I want to congratulate my Falcons on beating the Buccaneers twice in a very, very close but good game. We're going to be taking a look at the offense and the matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Football Giants. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, straight and simple to the point. I think this game is going to be close. And I know the reason why a lot of people would probably say Pittsburgh should win this game. While looking at the stats, and yes, Russell Wilson has only played one game, but still, looking at Pittsburgh's defense and looking at the Giants' defense, it looked like it could be a close game. And I know the Giants got their butts breaking off the last time they played against Philly, but a lot can change within the space of a week. And we all know the Pittsburgh Steelers beat the New York Jets. So they're basically playing the Jets, and then they play the Giants now. But if we look at the stats real here, Pittsburgh's offense is Pittsburgh's 180 passing per game, rushing 134 yards per game, and scoring 23 points per game against the Giants' defense, which is allowing 179 passing yards per game, rushing yards 138.1, and points per game 21.3. So this defense that the Giants have is going to be able to at least stop Pittsburgh's passing offense, or what I say should be able to stop Pittsburgh's passing offense. But it seems like Pittsburgh's rushing offense may also not be that great as well, because they're very close. They're very close. Pittsburgh rushes for 134 yards per game. The Giants give up 138. So they give up 4 more yards than Pittsburgh runs the ball. So I would probably look at Najee Harris to have a good day, possibly Jaylen Warren. It decided to give Jaylen Warren some carries. But then we take a look at the Giants offense. And the Giants are having 189 passing yards per game against Pittsburgh Steelers defense, which is giving 217 passing yards per game, which means Daniel Jones can have at least a 200-yard passing day, or he at least should based off the stats. Because if I do the average based off of both the passing offense and Pittsburgh's passing defense, Daniel Jones should finish with at least 202 yards passing. The rushing, however, is going to be a non-factor. So anybody that's having Devin Singletary on their fantasy team, I wish you the best of luck. Devin Singletary's not doing anything against this Pittsburgh defense. The Giants are rushing 101.6 yards per game. Pittsburgh is giving 81 yards per game. So if you guys expect Devin Singletary to get 60, 70 yards, then you guys are fine. But if you expect Devin Singletary to go over 100 yards, you guys are smoking something, and that's not going to happen. And then when it comes to the Giants offense, they're scoring 14 points per game, and the Pittsburgh Steelers defense is giving up 14.4 points per game. So this Pittsburgh's defense versus the Giants offense, it seems like a pretty easy matchup and a pretty surefire way to see who's going to win this. Now, if I remember right, and I do check these out, I believe Pittsburgh is the favorite -5. So, after looking at the stats, looking at the way Pittsburgh's been playing, Russell Wilson had 3 touchdowns last game, 2 passing, 1 rushing. I think Rush can do some good damage. But if I had to say some players to watch out for in the game, I expect Najee Harris to get over like 70 yards rushing, possibly 80 or even more. I expect Wan'Dale Robinson to get at least 5 catches. Daniel Jones probably get a hit over 200 yards passing. And if I had to say this also, I probably expect Malik Neighbors and George Pickens to get some receiving yards as well. But after all of that, taking a look at the stats and seeing how both the teams have played in the last couple games, my prediction for the score for the Giants versus Pittsburgh Steelers game is going to be the Giants losing in this instance, and the score, Pittsburgh is going to cover the spread. Sorry, the Giants are not going to cover the spread. Pittsburgh is going to easily have the money line win. Pittsburgh is going to win 22-14, and remember, the over, I believe the spread is Pittsburgh -5.5. So Pittsburgh would definitely cover the spread. So in terms of that, guys, I want to know your guys' opinions down in the comments down below. And we shall see if my prediction for the New York Football Giants versus Pittsburgh Steelers game will happen later tonight at 8 Eastern on ABC.